For me, I just want to inspire people. I think that's what music is supposed to do. I think music is a silent way to put a message in people's head, how you want them to react, how you want them to respond. So I think it's really important that, in today's society, that we have a product that we can give to people to point them in the right direction. Giving something that's meaningful and, that makes people happy. I think that's one of the most important things, to me at least. People inspire me the most. I get a lot of my inspiration from people, and I think, with music and people together, those two things give me a purpose. I can give my music to just about anyone at the touch of a button, and that's very important to me. So to answer that question, I think the one thing that inspires me the most is people. So Video 4.0 is the 4 stages of my life. And in order for you to completely understand it, you probably would have to look back a little bit into my past. I played some football back in the day. I was an author back in the day. I still am an author today. And working on my 4th book. So make sure that, you guys look for that. And, then from there I went on to dancing and now into the music industry. So if you look at, over a span of 4 changes in my lifestyle, I think that they were all significant changes in me becoming the artist that I am today. And especially with me being the author of 3 books now, it's definitely helped me become a better writer and to create music a lot better. Video 4.0 is basically always one step better than the next. Always getting better, always changing. What I like about performing the most is being able to share my craft with the people. I think that's important. And I want people to know me as that person that works hard behind closed doors just so that I can give you a great and finished product. And rather if you like it or not, it's all I have. It's the best that I have. It's the best that I'm giving you. And I can always be better. And I always try to be better. And, I think one of the most important things, though, is to remember that if you do your best, that's all you can do. I don't really know how I feel about the artists in the spotlight today. I grew up with the R. Kelly. I grew up with the Ushers, the Pitbulls, the Trick Daddies, and today, we got, one of our best icons in Usher being criticized for bullshit, and to me, when you put an artist in the spotlight for some type of negativity and you drag his name through the mud, I think that does something to society. I don't know what it does. I think it does something to society. I don't think it contributes anything good. I think it puts a lot of negative thoughts in people's minds. These are artists that, people made babies to. These artists that people partied to and graduated to in high school and had great times in college, and now you're taking their name and you're dragging it through the mud. Now, if you want to go at the positive side of that, I think artists are doing a lot for this community, especially, and I can't emphasize this enough, especially our independent artists. Independent artists are making a movement, and being in the spotlight right now as an independent artist, I believe, is one of the best things you can do. The time is now. Now is the time to make a move as an independent artist so that you can give positive messages to the world. And that's how I feel about the artist spotlight. There needs to be a change. I believe blacks are being policed way too harshly. That's not to say that whites aren't being policed harshly. I'm saying what we're seeing drug out on social media is what it is. Blacks being policed harshly. Now, when I say I believe blacks are being policed harshly, I'm saying what the social media is portraying all over social is blacks. Now, if it was to show that it happened to the whites, maybe it may be a little bit easier on the minorities, but you're not. Okay, people, not you guys specifically, but people today on social media are blasting every 5 minutes, blacks being killed. upon being policed harshly, they're being killed. It's almost like blacks don't have the same treatment. And I know a lot of you guys will disagree and agree with me, but it doesn't matter what I say about it. I believe in what we're being shown today, that blacks are being policed harshly, and there needs to be something done about it. There needs to be a change. And, I think people should be treated fairly, no matter what your race is. I believe that if you're white, if you're black, Chinese, Hispanic, doesn't matter, Muslim, doesn't matter what you are. I believe everybody should be treated the same if you're in America. You gotta be kind of crazy if you don't think racism exists today. It might not happen to everybody. Okay, racism does still exist. Just because it's not happening to you doesn't mean it's not happening. I feel like when you look at some of our athletes today who stand up or sit down for what they believe in, they're being punished all across the board. I think it's really important that you allow people to stand up for what they believe in or sit down for what they believe in. I think that it's important that we realize that people have rights and they should be able to choose just like everybody else. Not one person is better than the other one here. This is America. I think what I want people to take from my music the most is to have fun. Go out, have fun, and enjoy life, because that's what it's all about. When it's all said and done, like having fun and enjoying yourself. Having fun and enjoying yourself is the answer. To me, when you're going out and you're having a great time and you feel good, good things happen. You attract more of that good. So that, for me, that's important. I want people to take away from my music the energy that I'm giving you when I'm creating that music, when I'm feeling that music, when I'm performing that music. I want you to take from that, and I want you to share it with the world. It might not be to your liking, but I just sometimes want you to listen to the words and what I'm saying for you to get the picture, and for you to feel some of the things I'm saying. And if you don't like it, change it to something else. But like I'm saying, what I want people to take away from my music is the right to just go out and have a good fucking time. I mean, that's what I want. Wow, there's a lot of inspirational songs for me. I guess you can call them inspirational for me. How about there's songs that give me a lot of energy? Pitbull, I love Pitbull. I'm from Miami, born in Rochester, but I was raised in Miami. And I love Pitbull. He gives energy to his performances. I remember the one song that I just couldn't get out of my head was the anthem. It was a really strong, powerful song. It made me want to go out and create music, and it made me want to go out and party, made me want to go out and drink and have a great time with my friends. It was really important for me to resonate with music that resonated with me. And so Pitbull is one of those artists, and still is one of those artists, that performs at a level of intensity of just enjoyment, fulfillment. Gives me everything I need. I can remember this one song he did, forget who was featuring, but it was called Feel the Moment. And that song, to me, it tells you what you need to do in life. You gotta feel that moment. You gotta feel the moment, feel it, and enjoy yourself while you're in it, because you never know when you're gonna get that moment or that feeling again. Another artist I like too, who gives me a lot of energy, kind of reminds me of where I was coming up, Trick Daddy. Another, old school rapper. Back in the days, I guess you guys could say, that was, really high energetic, really grit, dirty, grime, South, that Miami captain. He helped me understand myself a little bit in the music industry, because it's of where I grew up, and I grew up in South Miami. And back when I grew up in Miami, it wasn't the Miami that most people see today. The Miami I grew up in was harsh. It was hard. Walking home from school, you get in the wrong neighborhoods, things could happen. So, Trick Daddy, with I'm a Thug, I believe he put that out. And Take It to the House, take it to the house, take it to the house. And some of you guys are like, I don't know what that is or whatever, but, Google Trick Daddy. Google it, bring it up. You guys will see with his lifestyle, it's a little bit more of my lifestyle, where I came up from. I'm just a little bit different as the fact that, my genre of music switches up. Trick Daddy kind of stays in one area, of music, and he's Miami, strictly Miami. I switch mine up. I switch up to EDM. I switch up to R&B. I switch up to rap. I can do it all. So, but if you want to get a feel with what gives me inspiration, Trick Daddy is one of those guys out there who, when he was coming up, I understood a lot of the things he was going through. Usher, big artist Usher. Yeah. All the confession songs, all that stuff Usher was doing made me feel energetic, made me feel alive, and still today, he is still relevant today. And, he's one of the biggest inspirations that I do keep in my heart. Another artist, probably one of the most important to me, who's not with us today, Michael Jackson. The one song that always stands out when you mention his name is We Are the World. Because I remember me and my brothers growing up singing that song days on end, and couldn't get out of our minds. And I look for inspiration through these artists, through their songs, rather if they're here with us today or not. I feel them. I understand where they're coming from. I understand the lifestyle. And that's how I want people to feel with my music. I keep a small circle, whoever your friends are your friends, but you got to make sure that you're careful with who you choose as your friends, because, some of the weakest links in your circle can bring you down. So you want to make sure that you're choosing friends that keep you at your level, or that they may be a little bit on a higher level than you. So I keep a small circle. I don't trust a lot of people. I try to keep things strictly business when I'm introducing myself to other people or making other friendships. I try to keep it business. I try to make sure that I keep my brand out in front, and my brand is always representing me first and foremost. If it happens to be that we get to know each other a little bit more, then that's all for the better. But for me, and to start off, I usually keep my brand out front there, and I usually keep my circle really small. I know that there's some people that can talk to your face and talk a good game, act like they like you, and then the next minute turn around, talk to someone else as if they hated you and you were the worst person they can ever meet. I know some friends that try to bring you down. Here's the thing with that. Most people that are jealous of you will try to make you seem like a bad person, especially if you're ignoring them. So you want to try to keep your circle small, and you want to make sure that your trust circle is the one thing that you put work into, because those people are the ones you should put first and foremost, and those are the people that you respect the most, and those are the people that are going to support you all the way through, and that are going to be just as honest to you in your face as they are behind your back. That's my little 45 seconds on friendships. I think that you need to choose friends wisely, especially if you're going to be a business entrepreneur, if you're going to be a brand ambassador, if you're going to be branding yourself in any way, if you're going to be putting yourself out there in the public and the media and the social eye. Everybody needs to make sure that you keep your circle tight. Keep your circle tight, keep it small, and make sure you trust the people you work with. I think the most important thing they can do is share. Share my content. Like, post it somewhere else. Just get my music out. If you're a fan, you're a supporter of me, you're a friend, like and share. What happens is some people, they look at your content and they skim right over it. They'll listen to it, but they don't respond. Sometimes that's behavior, and you just have to deal with that. But I think the most important thing that people need to understand is that, this is life for some people. And, my job is to give you music. And in order for me to keep that going, I need as much support as I can possibly have. Give me your support, give me your follows, give me your likes and your shares. So if you're watching this now and you've gotten through to the end, please share this video and share it with your friends, and let your friends know who I am. Give them a feel of what you know about me, and if you know anything about me, in a positive light, of course, share that with your friends. Go to my website and check out all my content there. You can find everything you need to know about me. So just go to my website, check me out, and get to know me. Get to know me. I think it's really important that you get to know me before you probably would want to, you know, share my content. And my content's not for everybody. You know, I'm not stupid. My content's not for everybody, but my content is for everybody to enjoy and have a good time too. So, my name is Video 4.0. I love you guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.